What's going on, guys? Revenge here, and I'm gonna show you guys a tutorial since on my old channel, just Drag Scope Designs HD, that I'm no longer using. My first tutorial there was a how to make a background, and till today, that is my most popular video. So since this is my new channel, I'm going to restart that. So go ahead and go to the description and download this YouTube template here I have for you. And once you do that, you go ahead and open it up. I'm using CS6. So basically what you're going to notice is that there's grids here. There's going to be a profile picture around this spot, and there's going to be a bunch of links about here when you upload your YouTube banner. And then here, you're not going to really need these because it's for like TVs and stuff. So basically what I do is I made a border. Okay, so what I'm going to do here is I'm going to make this background for phase. Of course, we're not going to use it though, but whatever. So, just an example. So the thing about my backgrounds is I do not use screenshots or anything like flares or anything like that. Everything I make is from scratch in 2D. I own like flares and stuff like that, but it's just to have. I don't really use them anymore. I used to, but I don't anymore. So let's go ahead and have a layer down here. I'm going to go ahead and click Control Delete to fill in that layer. It's going to turn it all black. And what I'm going to do is, what I usually would do is probably gradient this automatically. So I double click on here on the layer. Excuse me. And then I'm going to go ahead and click Gradient Overlay. And then focus on the gradient right here. So what I'm going to do is actually turn this white into a darker gray. I'm gonna make this a scratched metal kind of theme for phase. Let's go ahead and lighter, right about there. All right, perfect. All right, so I'm gonna go ahead and rasterize that. Oops. Go ahead and right-click it, and then I'm just rasterize. So not only am I going to show you guys how to make a YouTube background, but I'm also going to show you guys how to use Photoshop while making the background. So go ahead and turn back on your banner here, or your blocks, I guess. You can go ahead and just click the eye. This might be a two-part tutorial since this is a new channel, and I can only upload about, I think 15 minutes. So go ahead and I'm going to click Control H to hide the things, the little grids. And then I'm going to go ahead and move in the face logo here. Sorry if I'm moving fast. Like I said, I have to do it in under like 15 minutes, and it's going to take a long time to upload, so I'm trying to get this quick. But, so let's go ahead and resize that. I clicked Control T, and then I used Shift and Alt to perfect align it to make it bigger. So what I'm going to do is click Shift or Control H again. And click Control T. What I'm going to do is hold Shift, and I'm going to move it to the center with using my arrows. A good thing to use the grids for is you can actually tell when it's in the middle by the lines here will turn red. So yeah, that's a cool thing. Okay, so go ahead and click yes on that. So what I'm going to do here is it's just going to be a basic tutorial. So I'm going to add a gradient again to this. It's going to be a bit lighter. And then I'm going to add an inner shadow. I'm going to make it maybe 5 and 5. Maybe 6, 7, 10 maybe. Add an 8. That looks good. Okay, so then I'm going to add a stroke. Not too big of a stroke, actually. Just maybe 4. That looks good. Wait, hold on. Stroke, no stroke. Actually, yeah, add a stroke. Alright, so I'm going to add a stroke. 1, 3 in size. And I'm going to add a drop shadow. What I'm going to do to the drop shadow is I'm going to make it about 3 and 3, or 2 maybe, 2 and 4. Let's see, distance. Actually, I'll make it a bit bigger because it's too far. So I'm actually making this one 8 and 18. And then the angle is going to be 120. Those are usually like the basic setups for it. And then also I'm going to add in a I sometimes use bevel and emboss. That's kind of like a 3D effect, if you could see here. I don't really use it, but I think I'm liking this more than the inner shadow. So I'm gonna remove the inner shadow, then I'll use bevel and boss. And what I'll do is usually keep it either smooth or chiseled hard, and then I'll turn the size down to about maybe 4 or 5. Turn the depth up to like 150. I can get there. If not 150, I usually keep it around 100 because then it starts looking like sharp cheese kind of thing. I'll add a contour to make it stronger, and then what I'll do is I'll add an inner glow, like a bright white, so it looks kind of metallic. This is gonna be just a basic background looking, so once you start gaining a little creativity into the backgrounds, you'll start experimenting and you'll develop pretty cool stuff. So I'm gonna go ahead and grab my brush. Like I said earlier, I don't use like textures and pictures and stuff or layers and stuff like that. Everything's created by brushes and magic. So let's go ahead and open this. I'm gonna use this scratched metal looking thing. So I'm gonna go ahead and click off. Why don't you close? There we go. Alright, so I'm gonna change my primary color to black. And then what I'm gonna do is make sure you added a new layer and then move it on top of whatever layer your background is. I'm going to go ahead and put it here. Oh, shoot, my opacity is... Make sure your opacity is all the way up. Opacity was down to 20. Okay, let's try that again. There we go. My mouse is broken, so sometimes it's not clicking and it's annoying me. Alright. So now we have this little scratched metal effect. That looks better. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and merge these. And what I'll do is probably... Let me resize this a little bit. And then I'm going to move it down one. Okay, so what I'm going to do... turn it back on my grid. And then I'm going to add a new layer. I'm going to go ahead and click on my rectangle tool. What I'll do is I'll maybe like a quarter of the box. Click Control Delete, or not that one. I'll go back to my secondary is black, and then I'll click Control Delete, and then I'll move it all the way down, and then do Control Delete again, and then I'll move it under my phase logo, and I'll drop the opacity to about maybe 25. It gives us this nice, like, clean, professional look. Okay, so what I'm going to do next is I'm going to actually add something to the phase logo. So what I'm going to do is go ahead and get my eraser tool. And then I'm going to get my scratched metal tools, which is down here. Where are you? There it is. Alright, so I'm going to get a new one. This one looks good. And just erase a little bit. That is actually too much. Let's see here. What can I do with this? This one looks good. So I'm just going to delete a little bit of that. Wrong layer. Make sure you have the phase layer selected. And go ahead and just delete some. Crap, I did it again. Let's see. Select the phase layer. Wow, I just noticed I was selecting the wrong layer. Phase logo. Let's see here. Actually, I'm gonna just use my scratch metal one. You can just find these brushes like on the internet or something. You know, they're not that hard to find. Wrong layer again. Okay, there we go. Too much. Too much. Okay, you know, I'm actually going to rasterize the layer because the bevel emboss is actually like taking over the layer. So I'm gonna do that again. Rasterize the layer and then try that. There you go. Looks a lot better. Okay, so now we have some kind of sort of texture. Now, you know, when you start learning about brushes and everything, you know, you'll get, you know, more of a feel, you know, for creativity, and you can do your own things. And then, so basically that's kind of what I do. It's not exact, but, you know, it's good in there. And then what I'll do is I'll add color corrections. So, like, curves. I usually just add a curve, bring it down the darkness, and then it gives you a nice little dark color. And then I'll just add in my signature there, and you know, I'll ship it to go. Alright guys, so that's basically how you make it, how you make a YouTube background. I'm gonna be making a tutorial on how to make the abstract shapes and how to make badges, like you guys saw in my last 2 speed arts. So yeah, since this is a new channel, guys, it would help me out a lot if you guys could drop a subscription to my channel, like this video, and if you guys have any comments, suggestions, or questions, you know, just leave them down below, or you guys can message me. I am taking requests if you guys want to make if you guys want me to make you a background instead. You know, I'm always open to that. So thanks guys, like the video, subscribe, and peace out.